Hi friends, June is almost over. I'm going to read the last section of Wheel of Fortune that's in A Dozen Nothing this month. Thanks again to Jeff and Pete for publishing those portions, those generous portions of the wheel. You can read them at adozennothing.com, and somebody new will be up for July, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Okay, so I'm going to read this fourth bit. As noted in the Q&A a couple weeks back, I wrote this part using a prompt that I created based on a poem called Yesterday I Might Have Been a Niece Nin by G.E. Patterson from his book Tug. It's a beautiful poem. You should read it. Also, if you want that prompt, it's like back in the Q&A at the A Dozen Nothing Instagram page, so you can find it there. I don't really want to say anything else about the provenance of this particular section, so I'm just gonna, instead, to waste time, I'm gonna list off different things that I did today. Tara, friend to my heart, keeper of Lorca, is in town, which is completely wonderful. So we had some brunch with friends when we went into the co-op to buy a 100% cacao chocolate bar. We ran into India. I tried to buy a wedge of cheese that was goat cheese with lavender in it, but apparently you can only get that in the Netherlands, so I bought goat cheese that had an ash line through it instead. I went for a walk by the river with Mandy, and I threw a penny in the river. I burnt a grilled cheese that had an inordinate amount of garlic on it. Did I still eat that grilled cheese? Absolutely. That's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and read this to you. Last section of Wheel of Fortune. This is a newer part of the poem, and I did revise it a little bit after I sent it to A Dozen Nothing. And I hope they'll forgive me, but I am going to read the slightly revised version, and then the dorks out there can try and figure out which two words I changed from the version that appears and the version I'm going to read. Okay, here we go. From Wheel of Fortune. The way you eat fabric, eat beauty. Is it the same bending inward? Is it the same willow as my own? Become fog, sutured hollow, while you drape me like bone. Violet, braided, bedded down, to begin to search for undivided light, to weep at the sight, dreaming blood and greening lungs. Have mercy on me. I'm trying not to tell you already the shape of how you're pouring. You're not here, so why am I speaking as if you are? I'm trying to wait while gathering also in the reservoir of your chest. The way lungs fill. Is it fractal? Is it plura? Is it plural? Turn to trees. Draw close to me. We're at the threshold. Preparation, entering, moving in, being in the center, moving out, taking leave. Walk outside, now shut the door and be there inside the world. I sit beside you before you know, before you disclose that you feel perhaps we've met before. Your shirt looks soft to the touch. I'll hold it at the hem. The room is dim and I've arrived late, but only slightly. My brother, my friend, wait for me, save a place for me. Outside the wind blows, snow across the street. The snow is a fine powder, shimmering. What time is it? Time slips into place. It's night, The hours unfold as hours are meant. My brother names humors, names vile. You walk a line. Your friend pulls a silver harmonica from a case of silver harmonicas. He holds it in his palm and draws it upward to his mouth. Time slips into place. We move tables so my friend can hear. We move tables and I am cold. I sit beside her. She shows me silver earrings, matchless, from Iceland, $175 a piece. I tell her to buy them for herself. Risk is a moment we rest on the precipice of. Risk is a moment upon whose precipice we rest. It's held breath. It's gazing across a room, knowing you'll place one foot before another, knowing where you'll arrive. It's gazing across a wire. We risk disclosure, soft to the touch, a fine powder, it shimmers. This is a process of receptivity. The labyrinth can make one's life transparent. Slowly, slowly, says the dream. I want to walk inside it, so open. All right, that's it, and that's the end of Wheel of Fortune. You can check out the whole poem over at A Dozen Nothing. Thanks for watching.